Hello everybody, this is Dio again, bringing you guys some more of Dead by Daylight. And this is killer gameplay. As you guys can see, I'm again playing HillBilly. He's my strongest killer at the moment. I'm getting the other ones uh, to high level as well, so I can play them and face the high level people. Right now, those games were versus um, kind of uh, not high level people, especially this first game, but the second and the third game was actually versus some quite, I mean, people were at least level 30 something, I guess. Not all of them were good ranks though, but well, they were high levels, so that's what matters, at least in my opinion. Although people look at ranks a lot on this game, especially if the survivor is like rank 20 or rank 19 or something, people like think the guy's bad. But maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, I don't know. Well, it's just to show you guys how's the killer life after the patch um, that came out, I guess, a couple of days ago, something like that. Um, the the devs took out most of the infinite juke spots for the survivors, and some of them you can still like make it infinite, but it's kind of RNG because it depends on which windows will be blocked and which one will not. But well, overall, the killers got stronger after the patch because of that. But I still think that when you face a group of four survivors, like on comms, four friends, and they are all high level and they have all the perks and they know how to coordinate things, I guess the survivors still got the upper hand. But for most games, especially if you play alone, I mean solo queuing, the killer will seem a lot strong right now, especially if you face someone that is already a experienced killer, that is already a killer player that is been playing this game for a while, like me, for example. So you're gonna have a really hard time surviving against good killers. But that doesn't mean that you will not rank up. You can still like die but rank up, especially if you got the perks and you know what you're doing. You even if you play um, with a really bad team, you're gonna still rank up. It's okay, so don't worry about that. But yeah, killers are way stronger now, but that's okay. Um, this moment right here was really funny because I was gonna hook that person on the hook and the guy just broke the hook right in front of me. So I was like, man, now I have to catch you. So this guy right here, he's not really high level. I guess he was level 35 or 36 if I remember correctly. I don't know for sure, but he's really good. So you see, he got jukes, and he's really hard to catch. I eventually will end up catching him though, but he did really well you know uh, for the level that he is and the map that he's playing with the team that he got. So I guess he was the highest level survivor on this game. And it's funny because this guy will be on all my games because I recorded this 3 games back to back, and this guy was in all of them. And he's quite nice. I mean, he still does some things that I don't recommend for survivors to be doing, and that's why I catch him. But he's quite good. You see here, he got the stun. I'm chasing him for a while now, so he's doing okay. He's not. His only problem is that he was desperate to heal himself. Maybe if he tried to get some distance before, like try to lose me before he tried to heal, it would be better for him. But he kept trying to heal, and I can hear when you're healing, so that's why he got caught. And this is gonna be the end of the game. Both of them are on the ground. There are no survivors left, and they did only one generator, so there's not even a possibility of the trapdoor escape, you know. And I'm right now, I'm just looking if she's gonna try to leave the hook, because sometimes they leave the hook. So I saw that she couldn't do it anymore, so I grabbed the other one, and we'll go straight to the next hook, and that's gonna be GG for the first game. By the way, this is Shelter Woods. This is the best map for the killer, because it's the hardest map for survivors to, just survive, because this map is really hard for survivors. So that chainsaw run at the end of the game just to get a little bit more points, but you're gonna see here that that guy was the only decent survivor. He's the rank 11 there, and the other ones were all like level below 20, I guess, so they're all really low level survivors. But this game, all 4 survivors here were, I guess, at least level 30 something. But you guys gonna be quite surprised when you see the behavior that the not the high level, but the middle-ish level players have, which is the rage quitting. You're gonna see 3 quitters on this match, and that's quite unfortunate, because I don't know why people would quit. Because when you quit as a survivor, you lose a lot of your rank, and you don't get any points for the match. So I don't know why people quit. Maybe just because, well, they just rage quit or something, but I don't know why would you do it. And especially because it's kind of like they give up. Like this guy, I just caught him, like I didn't even hook him, and he already quits. So his friends could have still saved him, he could still escape, he had the whole match ahead of him, but he just, well, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna die. Probably because he thought that I would camp him and not let him get saved. But that was a mistake, because I don't camp hooks, at least not a hard camping as you might see some killers do. But I do the decent like play, I guess, which is the patrol around the hook when I camp or when I hook someone, because it's not like camping, because you can still save them, but probably will not be a free save, and that's what I think is supposed to happen. Like the killer should never let someone save someone from a hook for free. So I let you do it, but it's not like it's gonna be for free. So expect at least to get hit once at least. But sometimes well, sometimes I really go really far away and don't really care if the guy's gonna get saved, because it doesn't matter. Um, you still you just have to catch him again, and that's it. So this is the same guy here. He's kind of a little difficult to catch, and he got me here with another stun. So you can see that survivors, if this guy was not like committing the same mistake that he did on the previous game, that was trying to heal really near me, he could have just juked me and lose me, because he was doing quite well, but he kept stopping for healing, and that was his mistake. But you don't see that when you face high level survivors, especially because almost everyone that is high level has the mag talent, which is the sprint burst, and they just run. So it's really difficult to catch them. But yeah, as I told you guys, it was worse before for the killer. Right now, the game feels way better for killer. That's why you might see a lot of new killer players, because people are just tired of dying as survivor, and are starting to play killer because now it's easier in a way. But I don't think it's that much easier. It's just a little bit. But when you face good survivors, you still have a really hard time as a killer, even if you have all the good talents, all the perks, all the things that you want. So games can be really rough for killer. And as you can see, my build that I was using, this build is not, I kind of rotate around 3 different builds, just to not like, just to, if I face the same survivors, they don't like adapt too much to my build. So I kind of changed the talents a bit, but for these games, I kept the same build for all the games, which is Iron Grasp. That's the perk that makes me able to carry a survivor on my shoulder for the longest period of time, and pretty much allows me to always, or almost always, um, grab them and get them to my basement, which is the hooks which is the place that is the most advantageous for the killer. So the second perk there is Deerstalker, and what that does is it makes me able to see the survivors if they are crawling on the ground in a certain radius, but it's really big, so especially because it's the level 3 one. The third perk there is No One Escapes Death, and what that does, it makes me able to drop a person with only 1 melee hit after the survivors finish all 5 generators. So basically at the end of the game, if I catch a survivor, even if she or he is not injured, I can just hit them once and they will already drop on the ground. So that's what the No One Escapes Death does. And the last one is Spy from the Shadows, which makes me, when the survivors scare the crows around the map, and if I'm in, the guy quit there, as you saw. So it was 3 quitters, and the other one which is the same guy on the 3 games that didn't quit. So back to the talents. The Spy from the Shadows makes me able to see visual cues and audio cues for when the survivors scare the crows around the map. So if I'm it's in a radius, it's not across the whole map, but it's quite a big radius, so it's a really strong talent. Basically, this build focuses more on finding the survivors and just try to maintain them. So this is the third game. This game was really fun. You guys will see why in a bit, because it wasn't rotting fields. This map is also one of the best maps for killer, because it's a really open map. It's just like a big cornfield around. So I caught the first survivor really fast there. As you can see, didn't they didn't even finish a generator before I caught the first one. So this team here was those kind of teams that were all about saving each other, all about helping each other, which is the right way for playing Survivor, but it's kind of a risk to play like that, especially when you go all in like these guys are doing. Like, they don't even care if I'm near, like they're just trying all they can to save the person on the basement and just getting my attention. Like this Claudette here, what she's doing is like, hey, go after me so my friend can go save the guy on the hook. But the friend decided to heal the other guy first, which is this mag. And I saw it because I have Deer Stalker, so I can see when she's trying to heal him. And also I can hear the noise for when you're healing. So I decided to go after the mag because she was the one that was trying to heal, and I knew that Claudette was not going to try and heal anybody. She was just distracting me. So by this time the game is pretty much over because all of them are dead, at least on the ground, and there is only one, which is this Claudette guy that is really kind of a pain to catch. But I decided to, okay, if you want to keep running, I'm just gonna hook your friends and then I'm gonna go after you. So I grabbed the first one, and she could have healed the Jake there, I guess, because the mag already started the healing, and the Jake, I guess, was almost near getting up, but for some reason she didn't, and I don't know if she didn't because she didn't saw where he was. But here she went right on the basement when I was carrying him, so I just dropped him on the ground and went after her because she unhooked the other guy. So I just got her here and just will get the other one. And this is why, guys, going for saves on the basement is really dangerous, especially if you're facing a HillBilly, because dodging a chainsaw on the basement is really hard if the HillBilly is good. So by this time it's pretty much GG, and this is gonna be the end, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna make some more videos, maybe with a guide for killers and maybe another one for survivors. So guess I'm gonna do that because this game has been getting a lot of new players and it might help you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. Any comments you want to leave me, you can just leave and I'll answer as soon as I see. And thank you all for watching. I hope you like this game as much as I do, because I've been having a lot of fun with it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye and peace. So this is my last like chainsaw ride around the map, you know, just to get those deviousness points. And yep, GG's and see ya.